guys, and welcome to another vlog. Some of you have been asking for, a tagged video of questions and answers and kind of thing. So I figured I would do that in this vlog. I just haven't had time to get to it. So I figured I'd kind of go through a list of questions. What's my name? Angel Ballister. Where was I born? I was born in Jersey City, New Jersey at Christ Hospital, and I actually grew up in Hudson County, for those that may be familiar with New Jersey. I've only been a resident of Bergen County for about 7 years. And my hometown was West New York, New Jersey, which is, again, Hudson County. That's where I grew up for most of my years. Where have I worked? This is an interesting question. It might take a while to answer this one. I've worked in many different places. I'm going to list all the towns, and they're all in New Jersey except for one. So I worked in North Bergen, Paramus, Fair Lawn, Midland Park, Hackensack, New York City, Jersey City, Edison, and Tinton Falls, all in New Jersey. And each of these has a story. So North Bergen, I was working there in a co-op during high school, and I was at a lawyer's office, so I was kind of the office boy. So I would come in after school and do some work for a couple hours, which was kind of cool. Paramus, I worked at a toy store that was called Noodle Cadoodle. They don't exist anymore because they went bankrupt, but what happened with that store is I was actually working to help open a new store, and then they weren't doing things the proper way, so I decided not to continue working there. But it so happens that after I quit, then another company called Zany Brainy bought them out, and it's really the same type of company. It was an educational toy store for children, but it was kind of on a smaller scale. But anyway, so they all went out of business and bankrupt, so that was kind of interesting. Fair Lawn in Midland Park, I worked for a bank, which doesn't exist anymore, but it's essentially an entity of Bank of America now, because Bank of America seems to buy everything now. But they bought every bank that I ever banked with was with Bank of America at some point or another, which was kind of funny. I was trying to get away from Bank of America, and they kept popping in and buying the bank that I was banking with. But yeah, one was where I got trained, and then the other was actually where the actual branch was. I also worked in Ridgefield Park, which was for another bank, which again eventually was bought by Bank of America. So it's really all the same place, but I worked there 2 different times. I worked at Hackensack for a company called IDT. They still exist. They're a telecommunications company. But back in the day when I was working there, I was working in tech support. So that was kind of my foot in the door into technology, which was great. Always have them to thank for where I am today, because if I hadn't been into there, I would not have been able to get into tech. So that's always a good thing. Then after that, I worked in New York City for a company called Mail.com, M-A-I-L.com. I always say that because people always just assumed I meant male as in male versus female. It was a .com company. Actually, when I first started there, they were actually called iName, but then they renamed to Mail.com to better suit what they were about. It was a free email company, and back in the day of the .com boom, there was .coms all over the place. So that was one of them. Eventually, when I started downsizing the company, I worked at Jersey City for a little while. They had another office in Jersey City, but then we relocated to Edison. Same company, but a different entity, and it all then became what was known as EasyLink. Then I worked in Piscataway, same company. They just moved the office because the building that we were in Edison, we were all over the place, and it made more sense to just get a building and put everybody in it. And now Tinton Falls and remotely, same company. We're just called OpenText now. And yeah, so that's kind of long, and that took a couple minutes to explain. But yeah, this is my eye color. It's brown. That's about it. What's my ethnicity? I can't even speak. I'm Hispanic, I'm Puerto Rican, and Colombian, but I was born here, obviously, because I mentioned that before. I'm 6 feet tall, which is the next question. Braces, piercings, or tattoos? No, never. Never getting one. I actually did think about getting earrings at one point when I was a teenager, but I don't know, if I did or if I didn't, it didn't really matter that much to me. The next question is, want any more? No. I just explained I don't. No, I'm going to do it. Do I play instruments? Nope. I tried to learn the guitar, I tried to learn the piano, but I just didn't have the patience for it. So that kind of went out the door, and I never really started up. What did I want to be when I grew up? A computer operator. Interesting that I did actually get into the field, although it's not exactly what I envisioned when I first started. But you have to think, when I was thinking about job careers back in the late 70s, early 80s, computer operator was like, ooh, oh, fancy. Now it's like kind of a given. Do I have pets? Yes, I have a cat right now. I actually grew up with a dog. I grew up with a Shih Tzu and Poodle mix. Those are the only pets I've owned. I mean, we've had goldfish and birds and things like that way in the past, but recently just cat. Have you been out of the country before? Yes, I've been to the Dominican Republic and Mexico. And actually I've also been to Aruba, just on vacations, family vacations when I was younger. Dominican Republic, there's like a little resort area called Punta Cana, which years ago was very not known. Now it's very popular and a lot of people go, so it's not the same as it used to be. But it used to be really, really nice back in the day. It's very cost effective to go there, because when you go there, you pay for your plane ticket, your hotel, your all-inclusive meals, tips, you know, to and from the airport and all that. It's all in one price, which makes it easy, because when you go there, you don't really have to spend anything other than on incidentals, or if you're, well, not even incidentals, because they're all included. So really the only thing you'd be paying for is like if you want to buy souvenirs, go shopping, and things like that. Cancun has actually been my favorite place, although we've only been there twice. I would like to go back just to see how it's evolved over the years, but again, it's one of those tourist spots where it used to be nicer and it's evolved over time, so it's becoming almost too touristy, if that makes any sense. Aruba was an interesting place. We went to visit there one summer, and they were just starting to expand what that island was about. I mean, we rented a car, but we drove through the entire country in like an hour and a half. It's a very small country, little island, and it was kind of nice. It was very, very breezy, and it kind of makes sense because the island was so small that you would get the breeze from the west and the east, so it was kind of breezy. But it was really beautiful. I haven't been back there though. Favorite type of movies? People ask me this all the time, and also they ask me what kind of music. I mean, I don't have a favorite of anything. If I like it, I like it. You know, it's like, oh, I like Madonna, or I like this, or I like that. Well, good for you. I may like it, I may not like it. I don't want to say it's a favorite, you know, because they may have one good song out of like 14, but because it's that one song, it's my favorite. No, not really. But back to the movie question. I do like all kinds of movies. I mean, my preference would be to have comedy. Love comedies. Comedies are, I'll go see a comedy. I mean, I love comedies. I love corny movies and stupid things where people wouldn't necessarily go see the movie. I would probably go see it. Those are the things I find interesting. But I also like action. I like horror movies. I like all kinds of movies. I mean, I've seen all different kinds of movies. But generally, those are I like horror movies and comedies the most, and then action kind of will go later, depending on the movie though. Like if it's almost like too much action, I may not like it either, but it depends on the movie. Favorite TV shows? Again, back to favorite. I don't have a favorite of anything, but if I have to say what my favorite is, I'm going to say anything that's Gordon Ramsay. I like reality shows though, so I like American Idol and all of those things. Although I didn't watch this past season. I didn't watch any of it. The last 2 seasons have been kind of mundane, and it just, no, they don't work for me. So I stopped watching. Like Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, MasterChef, all of Gordon Ramsay's stuff. I also like his stuff on BBC. That's actually where he started, and then he came out into the United States, so it's kind of how that whole thing. But I like his shows. People say, oh, why? I do. I like them. I like Nurse Jackie on Showtime. I like Weeds on Showtime. Those are cool shows too. And I mean, again, I wouldn't say they were favorites, but I mean, I would watch them. I like them. There's just so many things I would watch. I mean, I could list them. I like The Apprentice. The Apprentice is kind of nice. Although they're making too many celebrity versions of it, and I don't know. It's kind of losing, for me. It's losing its bleh. I mean, it's kind of cool too because they're all celebrities. Some of them are actors and things, so it kind of is entertaining to watch. But I actually like the real people, watching real people actually fighting for a job. That actually was cooler to me. The color. I love red and I love blue. I don't really have a favorite. Again, we go back to the favorite conversation. I don't have a favorite of anything. I like it, I like it. I generally I do like red, I do like blue. I like black too, if you notice, but this has blue in it, so. My favorite perfume or cologne, back to the favorites. But I like the Tommy Hilfiger, the original scent. I like CK1. I like Calvin Klein, you know, those kinds of scents. I mean, but again, do I have a favorite? Yeah, I like them all. They all have, you know, they're all suited to the day. So the Tommy and the CK1 are more of my daily fragrances, and then anything else would be like for a special occasion or something. Favorite restaurant? Again, favorites. Actually, currently, I do like Muscle Maker Grill, and I don't know if you, I know I've shown you pictures and video or whatever of what it is, but they're like it's not really a restaurant, it's like a fast food / restaurant where they serve healthy food. I love their food, it's really, really good. But favorite restaurants, I mean, you know, I love Red Lobster, I like Bonefish Grill. Giano's is kind of nice. It's all Italian pastas, but it's not really on my diet, so I can't really go there or Olive Garden or any of those places. But I can. Anyway, favorite song. Again, don't have a favorite. I like things all over the place. I like things like Eric Prydz and Tiesto and, you know, those kinds of tunes. I like some, you know, dubstep and Skrillex, things like that, and then I can go back into the 80s and like things like Cool, or 70s or 80s or whatever, like Kool and the Gang or The Police or old school Metallica. I do like light jazz as well, so I kind of like everything. There's only certain things I don't like. I don't like hardcore rap, but I like stuff like Eminem and, you know, those kinds of rappers. Mac or PC? Well, that's an interesting question. I mean, I like Mac, but I have a PC, and these vlogs I've been doing out of them actually on a PC, only because the Mac that I have can't support it. It's too slow. So if I have to pick right now, I would say PC. But in the long run, if I can get an iMac, like top of the line iMac with all the memory and all the stuff that I need, I'd probably go back to Mac, because I do like how you can do things on a Mac that you can't on a PC. The OS is a lot more stable, and it doesn't crash and all these things, and I don't have an issue with the Mac right now. It works. I can use it. I use it for watching videos and email and things like that. But if I have to go and maybe edit my website, I could do that on the Mac as well. But if I'm going to do something like Photoshop or Premiere Pro, the machine just churns. Facebook, Twitter, or YouTube, or Google? I hate Google+, just putting that out there. I like the idea, I like the concept, but it just is such a buggy program. I know they'll fix it eventually, it'll become really cool, but for now, I don't like it. So I would pick the others. I'd pick Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. I actually like Twitter the best because it's the easiest to keep in touch and send out short messages. With Facebook, the way they keep changing it all the time, that you can never find what you're looking for. So, Star Wars or Star Trek? I like Star Trek, and Star Trek Voyager is what got me into watching Star Trek at all. So, but I like Star Wars too. I mean, I like both. Again, it's going back to this whole favorite conversation. What kind of phone do I have? Right now I have an iPhone 5. I've been looking at maybe getting a Samsung Galaxy S4, but I just don't want to deal with the hassle of migrating off of Apple's ecosystem onto something else and dealing with all that. Single or taken? Very single. Do I want to have kids? That would depend on my partner. I can't say I want kids and then have a partner says they don't want kids. That would have to be kind of a conversation between the two of us to figure out what our path to the future would be. Yeah. So, I mean, personally, if it was up to me, on my own, probably not. What is my life motto? Smile. How much do you love your YouTube subscribers? And that's good. I love them this much. No, I really do appreciate everybody that's subscribed and watches my my videos and my vlogs, and I'm trying to do better. But I think as I continue doing these, throughout the spring and summer, I think I'm going to get a lot better. The video quality will probably get better. I may even decide on getting a camera just for vlogging, so I don't have to drain my iPhone all the time. But for all intents and purposes, the iPhone works great for vlogging because it's in my pocket all the time. I can just whip it out and start recording. I don't have to worry about carrying the camera, and I have plenty of space on there, so it works. Right now, I'm not using the I'm using the Canon T4i because I can just mount it on the tripod. It makes it a little easier, and I can see myself as I'm recording. Hi, me. How many hours do you spend on YouTube related things? Way too much. I can never catch up on everybody's videos. I mean, I try to subscribe to all the subscribers that are subscribed to me, and then anything else that I find interesting, and I try to watch videos. I have 150 videos currently to watch, so I'm delayed like 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I don't know when the hell I'm going to catch up, because with everything going on with baseball and hockey and the day-to-day life and my vlogs here, I don't know when I can watch, but I try. Do you use more name brand or store brand products? Name brand, and I'm a name brand person only because you get what you pay for. I've been a victim of many times trying to go the cheap way and getting the, oh, I'll just get that no name brand and this should be fine. No, it's not. For some things it is, I mean, I can't say you can never go store brand. There's just some things that you can do store brand, like let's say milk. I mean, milk is milk. It comes from a cow. I mean, how different is it if it's, ABC brand between supermarket brand? Some products have different quality controls, So, family and friends. Are my parents together? Well, my dad passed away in 2005, so technically they're not together. Do I have more guy or girl friends? Definitely more guy friends. Hobbies, let's see. What do I like to do besides YouTube? Oh boy, I gotta get close for this one. Alright. So I love hockey, if you didn't know by now, Devils Fan Channel. But I also like baseball, and now that baseball started, I'm actually really excited. The Mets are doing really well this season so far. I'm so excited to see what the year brings for us, and I'm also excited for the All-Star game. So all that stuff is good. I like going to sporting events. So hockey games, I have a full season ticket package, so next season when that will start again, then I'll be going to those again. I have a half season package with baseball only because there's just so many games for baseball. I couldn't go to all of them. It's just impossible. Football I like too. I've never been to a football game, and I haven't been to the new MetLife Stadium. And I've never been to the Giants Stadium either. So the old Giants Stadium. So I would like to go at some point. but I wouldn't want to sit there when it's 10 degrees out either. Not my thing. What else do I like? You know, not to go really, I could go on forever about what I like to do, but I like fitness, so I go to the gym, exercise. It's a good escape for me for an hour, 2 hours, whatever, just to do that, and it's better for me as well, my health. I feel better. I can let out frustrations and all this wonderful stuff. I love cars. Like, obviously I had gone to a car show, and if you guys hadn't seen that vlog, you should subscribe to my channel and find it. There is a very detailed vlog video on the auto show that just passed a couple weeks ago. I'm a geek. I like tech stuff, technology, tech gadgets, all those things interest me a lot. Love coffee. If you're gonna ask me what my favorite brand is, I'll tell you Starbucks. A lot of people don't like Starbucks because they say the coffee's burned and this and that. So don't get the strong coffee, get the lighter version. They have 3 blends now. They have a light blend, a medium blend, and a strong blend. And that burn taste is because of it being a stronger blend. So get a lighter blend. The lighter blend is really good. I've tried it too. Anyway, social networking actually I've been getting into this year. One of my things was to do daily vlogs and just go out there into the social media network a little more and start networking with people. And that's been very interesting as well. I've met some interesting people on the internet so far, so it's kind of cool. Thank you all for subscribing if you have. But I know in some way, shape, or form I have you subscribed either on my Twitter feed or in my YouTube or in my Facebook or somewhere, and you're watching this video. So, but those are a few things. I mean, I also just enjoy relaxing and just, you know, now that the summer's going to come soon, I will gladly spend the day out in the deck and just, you know, take in some sun, take a swim in the pool. I like theme parks. I like the Jersey Shore. I definitely want to try to make it to the Jersey Shore this year just to, you know, support the effort of rebuilding the shore. Be amazed if they actually have rebuilt it. I don't think it'll be 100%, but it'll be probably enough where people will go, so that's good. And things like that. I mean, sports, no, never have, and probably never will. Just not a good sports person. I've played a lot of sports when I was younger in school, but I don't like it. What's something you're good at that most people wouldn't know? Organization. Although those people that do know me know that already, but if you don't know me, then that is one of the things, and you can't really tell from just looking at a video how organized or disorganized I am. House, apartment, or something else? Something else. No. House. When I moved out here 7 years ago, I just moved into a house. And the house has a basement, a main floor, and an attic, which is converted to my bedroom and office area. As you can see, behind me is the office and living room area, which is the computer area and all that. And then this side where I'm filming on actually has better light. So this is kind of the bedroom area. There's a bathroom over there too, which I need to deal with later. But anyway, who lives with me? Just my mom. My aunt comes to visit on the weekends. When she can, but that's about it. This is my tag video. If you guys have any other questions for me, please leave them down below in the comment sections. Please like the video, and if I get enough responses to more questions, I may do a second part of this at some point in the future. I sincerely appreciate all of your support. I appreciate the comments, the likes. Let me know what I can do to make the experience a little better. But if there's something else you guys want to see, let me know. But otherwise, I think I'm going to go for now because this has been way too long. And if you guys have stuck through the entire thing, then I thank you. And I ask that you leave a comment below just telling me that you did stick through the whole thing. And otherwise, I think I'm going to go. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.